Hey guys, so I am doing a basement pantry tour. I hope you guys can doing a tour of my basement pantry. I've tried several different ways over the last few months and they just quite frankly have not worked for me. So now I think I have finally found pantry peace. So guys, I hope y'all can see. Okay, so on this first shelf, and it's full of protein powder. I have several different kinds. You can see there's 6 on the top shelf and a few back there on the second shelf, and then I have 3 10-pound bags on the bottom shelf. I also have a couple of teas that didn't fit as well. So this next shelf is what I call my drink or beverage shelf. So it's mostly tea and powdered drinks. I have a container up there on the top of sugar-free drinks. I have Kool-Aid. Oh, I hope you guys can see. Let me try to adjust this again. Y'all, I be having issues when it comes to trying to get things adjusted in the camera. Now my daughter, she could get it perfect. But we're going to do the best we can, y'all. So anyway, the top shelf is a few packets of Kool-Aid. Those are almost gone. And when I buy Kool-Aid, I buy the whole box. And then I have some containers of tea right there. And there's a baggie on top. I have a small container of powdered drinks. And then I have a small container right here. I have a small container right here of different powdered drinks, and I really don't think that picked up very good. So yeah, and then we have tea on this shelf, pretty much all tea. They did put a coffee right there, and I think the coffee is gonna go down here, and there is another coffee here. So and then these right here are the powdered packets of like True Lime, True Orange, and then I have True Grapefruit and True Lemon as well. And then on this next shelf it's pretty much like pasta, prepared meals in a box or whatever, just really simple. There's some potatoes up there that should not be there, but that's okay. So on there we have like pasta stuffing, pasta shells, taco shells, macaroni and cheese, and we have some different types of rice. On the bottom we have more pasta, and then I have 2 containers of beans right there. The potatoes are going to be put upstairs. They're not supposed to be down here. So on the next shelf, I have powdered milk in the back. I'm not sure if you can see those. Then we have cream of wheat, a bunch of boxes of cream of wheat. We have flour, and then there is a container of mashed potatoes. Now the mashed potatoes actually go on the shelf with the rice. It goes over there. Then on this is pretty much a baking shelf, but I did put a couple other things on it. So On this second shelf, you can see I have another bag of powdered milk, bag of baking soda, box of baking soda, chocolate, lemon juice, peanut butter, prunes, chocolate powder. I don't know if I mentioned that. Also some baking powder. And on the bottom is all pancake mix. It's all pancake mix. So there's about 8 boxes of pancake mix. I have 2 bags of the Crusties. I have this box of Gordon pancake mix that is already open. And then I have this new pancake mix that I want to try, which is Captain Crunch Berry-tastic pancake mix. I have no idea how that's going to taste, so I bought it just to try it out. And then I have 4 boxes of the Bisquick mix. So, on the next shelf, at the top, let's see, yeah, at the top, you see I have a couple of containers in the back that are empty. So I have to fill those up. I don't know what's going to go in those yet. And then I have lots of Jell-O and pudding there. I have lots of cornbread right there. And then on this shelf, I have lots of cake mix, muffin mix, brownie mix, like lots of it, y'all. Then on the bottom shelf, you see my container of flour there. I have some, I'm sorry y'all, I have to look over the camera to see the stuff. So I have a case of sweetened condensed milk. I have a case of cherry pie filling. I have a few cans of, let me see if I can make it closer. I have a few cans of pumpkin pie mix. I have some cans of coconut milk. And there's also icing on this shelf too. I don't know if I mentioned that before. So now we will move on to the next shelf. We'll start at the bottom. So this is pretty much what I call my soup shelf and my pasta sauce and pizza sauce shelf. So on this shelf, I have lots of different soups. I also have some boxes of Lipton soup mix, onion soup mix. I have some salsa, but lots of different soups like cream of celery, cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, chicken and rice, chicken and noodles. And then on the second shelf, we have couple cases of pizza sauce, because what I do sometimes is I'll go to Sam's Club and I'll buy a case of their pizza crust that they use in their pizza shop, and I think it's about $20 or something, and you get about 30 pizza crust in it. So anyway, we have cranberry sauce there, a few cans of that. And we have more cans of soup there. Then we'll go up to the top. We have a bunch of tomato paste. We have a few cans of manwich. We have some cans of diced tomatoes. We also have a bunch of cans of pizza sauce on that shelf as well. So we will move on to the next shelf. Because I'm shining or facing this towards the window, it might get a little bit dark, but hopefully you guys get the gist of whatever I'm saying. So we're going to start at the bottom here. So there's a couple of cans of pasta sauce, spaghetti sauce, couple cans of sweet potatoes, a few cans of Glory green beans, a can of or a jar of pickles, can of clam juice, can of beans. Then on the next shelf we have a couple more cans of yams. We have a couple of cans of olives, another couple of cans of sweet potatoes, and then I have about 8 cans of pink salmon. And as you can see, I have lots of cans of tuna. On the top shelf here in the box was tortilla chips. And so I make a dip for those for the kids. And so we have another can of beans. We have coffee there. I don't know why the kids put the food up this last time that I was shopping, and some stuff is a bit out of place, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, here's a case of Goya, different types of Goya beans, like chickpeas. I have some gandules right there. I have a case of corned beef hash. And so we will move on to the next shelf. I promise y'all I am almost done. And so on this shelf we have ramen noodles. Those boxes are ramen noodles. And guys, I buy lots of noodles because my kids love them. A couple cans of sweet peas. Couple cans of mixed vegetables, a can of diced tomatoes. Those will be put on the other shelf. You know, when kids put stuff up, sometimes they don't put it where it's supposed to go. So then I have some cans of spinach. I have some cans of mustard greens. I have a case of turnip greens and collard greens. And then I have some carrots and some sliced potatoes, some cans of sliced potatoes. I have a couple of trays of green beans. I have one tray of beets. Then down here at the bottom, we have some cream style corn. We have a big can of green beans. And then next to that, we have a couple of trays of sweet peas and a tray of black beans. And on the next shelf, this is what I call my fruit shelf. So we got some jars of applesauce on that side. We have some cans of crushed pineapples. We have some cans of pineapple slices. And then on the next shelf, we have some cans of pineapple chunks. And as you see, we bought a lot of the pineapple chunks. We have like 4 trays of those. And then we have a tray of mandarin oranges. Actually, we have 3 trays of mandarin oranges and a tray of peaches there. My kids really got this mixed up, y'all. And so down here at the bottom in that corner is another couple of trays of pineapples. Next to that is mandarin oranges. No, that's 3 trays of peaches. And then next to that is 3 trays of mandarin oranges. I don't know if you can see back there over this blue. Let me move that. So we have lots of mandarin oranges also. So these two, let me back up a little bit, y'all. So these 2 shelves, let me zoom out. So these 2 shelves is what I call my condiment and seasoning shelf. So over here we have some honey, some caramel syrups, and I have lots of caramel syrups. I have lots of different Torani syrups. I have a almond syrup. I have some cooking spray. I have some different oils. And then down here I have some fried onions. And then right here I have a few Crisco's. And then right there is 2 big containers of mayonnaise. And so we're going to move on to the next shelf. We have like different vinegars. There's an olive oil down there that, well, I have some glass down on the bottom that's oil, just because I don't want it to get knocked over and break. So I put those down there, but that's red wine vinegar, some sesame oil and olive oil, and then a big thing of soy sauce, a big thing of vinegar, and a small thing of vinegar. And so on the next shelf is more so salad dressings, different kinds. There's also a bottle of horseradish sauce. Right there is a Italian dressing maker, and it comes with the crochet. Oh, excuse me. And y'all, I have not used this at all. I bought it years ago, and I just have not got around to using it. And then we have some 3 things of salt, and then we have 2 things of salt in the box. We have Parmesan cheese, 3 of those, and then we have in this container some chili seasoning, and there's some taco seasoning there. And then up here at the top is just a variety of seasoning. So right here is one of my deep freezers, and then I have another deep freezer right here. And guys, I have another deep freezer right here, and I have another deep freezer right here. So I have a total of 4 deep freezers, and would you believe I thought about buying another one? I still haven't decided. So over here on this side of my basement is just pretty much all my cooking utensils, like my pots and pans and air fryer. There's bread machines. Just, it's not the neatest, and that's okay, because some of this stuff I don't use on a daily basis. So there's my shelf of bread machines and bread pans. I have a skillet shelf. There's an Instant Pot, some muffin pans and whatnot. And then over here, I have some stuff stored. Right here in this container is like condiment cups, just so that nobody is wasteful. I give them condiment cups sometimes, because you know kids can be very, very wasteful. So it has the lids to it, but I don't really use the lids. But I don't really. And right here I have more of the stuff that I use on a regular basis right there. And then over here, we're kind of in my laundry area. I still got to organize it a little bit more. But on the bottom shelf, I don't know if you guys have heard of the cleaner called Awesome. You can buy it at Dollar Tree, a small bottle for $1. But I saw the gallon size containers at Home Depot. So y'all, I bought 4 gallons of it. And then I have some vinegar and bleach. We have some Ajax and other cleaning stuff. And then there's laundry soap up at the top. And then over here on this shelf, we have more bleach and some more cleanser. On this shelf, I have dishwasher soap, and then I have dishwashing liquid soap. So up at the top, just some storage bags, y'all, and that's about it. And I wanted to show you guys these containers here. So the clear container has soy curls in it, and that's what my daughter uses in place of meat, because she does not eat meat at all. She's not able to tolerate it. And then these containers have like packages of rice in them, packages of pasta that's already open and what have you. And I just put it in there just, you know, I don't like stuff really out in the open that doesn't have a like a way of closing it really good. And I didn't have anything to close them with, so I just put them in there. So, you know, I have to come down here and put stuff away sometimes, you know, but it's not that big of a deal because it's pretty much in order. So if something is not where it's supposed to be, it's easy to spot. And I just love that you really don't have to look very hard for anything. And y'all, I just really don't know why this is blurry. It might not be blurry. It could just be because I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, I really like how that turned out, and I think it is a little blurry. But I really like how this turned out. You know, it's just so in order, you know. And then I have my 4 deep freezers down here. And we'll look inside of my deep freezers, I guess. So up under this is like, let me see, can y'all see down in there? There is bags of chicken, pork chop, and ground beef. My kids have put the food up, so they kind of put it out of order because the juice, you see these cans of juice, I have bought like maybe 30 different ones, and they were supposed to put them on this side just so that they'd be in order, but it's okay. I'll just fix that. And here is another deep freezer, and guys, it's filled to the top, and there's also lots of meat up under here as well. I gotta wipe the top of these freezers off. And this freezer is filled to the tippy top too. And there's also meat underneath there, but there's lots of frozen vegetables in here. There's quite a few more of these, and then I have bagels and all kind of other stuff. Now these right here, this Goya Discos, I'm gonna make cherry turnovers with those. I'm just gonna take that cherry pie filling that you guys saw over there on the baking shelf and put some in there and just fry them in the air fryer and make a little dessert or snack for the kids. My 4th deep freezer, and there's lots of meat in here. It always seemed like the meat is underneath, but yeah. So we have lots of bagels, and there's sausage here. I need to be trying to figure out what's for dinner. We also have butter right here, extra butter. And a lot of what's in this freezer is frozen fruit. Also in the other freezer is lots of frozen fruit. But y'all, one thing I believe in is having food. And like I said a minute ago, I'm seriously thinking about buying another deep freezer. My husband might be like, come on, we don't need another deep freezer. So guys, I also wanted to add this footage. This is my seasoning cabinet in the kitchen. But I didn't want to put these seasonings in the basement on the shelf because this stuff I really use quite often, and I didn't want to have to go back and forth. And I have pots and pans up here. These are what I use most of the time. And then there's some tea bags up at the top, some brown sugar, regular sugar. Then I have oatmeal, grits and cream of wheat there, and fruit, potatoes there, my toaster, waffle maker, and my favorite bread machine. But again, as I said, hopefully this is inspirational for someone who is trying to figure out their pantry setup. Y'all see Sheba over there? Sheba! Sheba! She just like, whatever. I'm vamoose. So, like I said, I hope that this is inspirational, gives someone some ideas of organizing their pantry, because guys, I don't know if you could see the part that my shelves are sitting on. So the gray that you see is the actual floor, and I'm not sure what the previous owners were thinking when they made this. It almost looked like you could put pillows on it and kind of sit there, but I'm not sure what they did, but they put concrete up like 1.5 feet, and it almost looks like a bench to sit on or whatever. But we don't chill down here in the basement, so I don't know. So like I said, I was trying to figure out what to do, and I did not want the shelves on the floor because to me that would have took up more space, and I want to utilize the space as much as possible. So I came up with the idea to just put it right, put the shelves over top of there, and it really turned out nice and everybody likes it. So anyway, that concludes my basement pantry tour, and thank you for watching, guys, and let me know what you think in the comments.